Obviously, after the clearing, he's going to be able to go ahead and help with turtles soon. Also help with mid lane if he wants to. The crab is always going to be on the side of Execration on that top side until we reach points where we're going to see fights.
Oh, this might be a first blood. Yawi looking low. He's going to go ahead use the Cyclone Eye. Chaknu going the opposite direction. Close one. Again, shows you how interesting this dynamic is between these two different tanks, Yawi and Chaknu. I was about to say Yawi and Kufra, but yeah, we haven't seen Raflisha.
Basically,
yeah, we haven't seen Raflisha of Aura Philippines play as much Kufra, but yeah, he's the only other prolific Kufra player in the league. Chaknu, though, I'm loving it. He's essentially intimidating even without using anything at this point.
Yeah, just making them use of those sound cues actually just helps you out a lot. And we will see something on the bottom side of the map. This is good pressure from Execration. This is what I want to see from the Selena, because this Selena will fall off. Very easily, actually. Even if it hits core heroes like the Yawi, it's not going to be too much of an issue. H2O is going to be able to maybe dash on out there, but that depends on the timing of the Abyssal Arrow.
Yeah, and again, that's an interesting dynamic, a balance for Etomax to change. Like, how aggressive am I, and how much do I put in to make the most of my kit? Right now, first turtle coming up, ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes in. Look at how James is positioning himself into the back lines here. This is 3 members of NXP. In he goes, Bravest Warrior. Might be a little too much. KLVJ gonna be the first target here. He survives, turns into a wolf, goes back and forth. Werewolf, he's a Lycan. Etomax getting jumped on here, and here comes H2O. Cannot find him. He does not. Transforms on out. There's the feathered airstrike. Hops up. I'm hoping to see this plan unfold, but just the same, it's a wash. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
All right. I'm pretty sure even without the pause, ladies and gentlemen, this would have been the result. This would have happened the same way.
It was risky for both teams, actually. So they went and had the gentleman's agreement. No one's going to do anything. Let's all go back home and see what we can do right after that. But that was exceptionally close there for KLVJ. That was and that's something that really is rare. Usually it's the Roger who's providing the pressure in the early game.
Sidestepping imminent death. I swear there's not much you could have done except exactly what KL did to survive. He knew that there was no vision. He wouldn't have gone in, but Circling Eagle, kaka! On the Kelra, the Wisps are enough! First blood goes over to Renegade.
I'm pretty sure they weren't expecting that, but Chaknu's not done.
Ooh, down bottom, there's a Tempest Ablaze. H2O dashing back and forth, grabbing swords, and now Yawi is in trouble. Flickers out, gets one. NXP is off to a great start. Etomax gonna use his flicker this time around, while James is pushing out the members of Execration. Get out of our jungle. This belongs to H2O. Now in comes Exort, looking for one. H2O gonna be using Finch Poise. He can see this, he wants his turtle. Can KLVJ get this? Can he clutch this out? Exort with another Circling Eagle! This skill does not have a cooldown! Oh my god, Exort looking low! Etomax gets the revenge kill. 2 for 1 so far. The trade, make it a 2 for 2. James falls. Wow.
I was loving the zoning there that was being provided by Renzio. He really bought so much time going back to teammates, knowing that it was fully safe, but that could have been a 50. That was a 50-50 retribution for the Turtle.
Was a 50-50, and I think the only reason why Execration is up now by about a couple thousand is because they paid attention to their lanes. And yeah, again, that turtle converting into the turret just puts them way beyond. And NXP now, they have to recover. Again, we're off to a great start. It's just that Exa, they were playing for, I wouldn't say the long game, but they were thinking 2 steps ahead.
Way far ahead. And at the same time, though, you have to look at the top side for NXP. That's where Renegade is. He hasn't really joined on the fights as of yet. And if you are even with a Farsa as a Claude, you're doing great. If you're not getting killed, you're getting gold. That's your job. You're doing it exceptionally well, and Renegade is doing just that here.
Yep, and I'm loving it. The whole dynamic up top there in the gold lane is going towards NXP. And mind you, Rockhart, Execration, they don't have much in the way of scaling heroes. If anything, it's actually just Kelra. Kelra with a couple of pumps off of that Feathered Airstrike could be devastating to NXP, but right now, Renegade is dictating the pace. Rotating is not an option for Kelra. He needs to pay attention. Now, nice switch. I like this. What could this mean for Renegade?
I feel like Renegade is just gonna have to back off, obviously, because of that. Execration has their eyes set on getting those turret gold. And Exort obviously is the answer for the early game aggression.
Ooh, I'm loving what Renzio's doing. This is the right way to play this. And It might have taken an extra while longer, but that might have been good for Execration. That's exactly what they needed.
Yep.
They're playing the map.
Playing the map, you can just give away kills like that as long as you're buying enough time and setting your team up for success on different parts of the map, which is exactly what's happening around the turtle area.
Yep, if I'm not mistaken, they ate a Tempest of Blades and a Circling Eagle. So that's a win for Execration. Now, Turtle at half health. Is it going to be a reset? KelVJ making some space. He's looking for one more, and instead they disengage. I'm loving it. There's some signs of discipline, a modicum of success for both sides if they played that well. But look at this Yawi. He's looking for one. Oh, he's already been exposed. Bouncing ball. This might be the counter. He gets knocked up, gets blasted down, and KelVJ, he smells blood. He wants more, and they disengage.
Yeah, it's a push and pull, Leo. I don't know what's going to happen here, but this turtle is reset for the third time.
Turtle's confused,
he
man.
does not like it.
Turtle's confused, and I think NXP, they're in a great shape to actually secure.
Yep. That was a great attempt from Execration to try to contest the turtle and get the control back in that part of the map. But NXP just had so much better positioning in terms of where the minion waves are. Not to mention, Renzio was just way too far off on the map trying to do splits of his own. NXP completely capitalized on that fact.
Yeah, which explains here how much of the map belongs to Execration and how far they are in farm, about 2,000 gold once more. Even if Turtles are going 50-50, Execration is staying ahead in the gold game.
Yeah.
Right now, Arrow hits Yawi, but again, not the best target, but they try to engage, and they go back again. Wow.
That's what I said earlier, like Yawi's gonna tank these arrows for days. He's gonna Shunpo one out of there, he don't care.
Yeah.
And I really like that, at least for Execration, they're showing you that you cannot be complacent. If we're on the map, you're constantly gonna get hit by arrows and traps, like what we saw right now. So you can't let your guard down.
Yep, you better be ready to use ults.
Or else.
Or else. And again, that might be counterintuitive for both teams.
Yeah.
This is not a kind of Mobile Legends that they are known for, but just the same. It's a matter of who's faster to adapt, who's ready to change their playstyle. Kelra, a clutch position for the Feathered Airstrike, baiting out an engagement from Yawi, but they're, again, pulling, pushing. It's a tug of war, a battle for attrition. And right now, Renzio from the back line's cutting the lane. Eto Max gonna go back out. H2O once more. We've seen this once already.
Here we go. Renzio again buying time, maximizing that regeneration from that Uranus to get his team an advantage. And this is Execration playing the money game.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's unconventional for me.
I kind of see why. I mean, unless you can pinpoint and take down Renegade, then what you can do is bury the rest of his team in gold advantage. I mean, I'm thinking it's gonna work here, but right now, James, they catch him out. Down goes the Lapu Lapu. Tempest of Blades out, and there you go. Way of the Dragon onto one. Chaknu gonna go, and that's a trade 1-for-1. Exhort survives with about a fourth of his health, and they go ahead and reset. 4-3. Execration gonna convert this into a turtle.
Yeah, this turtle's gonna be an easy take here. Yawi not really in a position to contest. H2O could try to go for it. He's 201 on the lane, but again, they just want to keep that thing going where they're not dying. Also, a little bit unconventional for NXP as well.
Yeah, this is so odd. Looking at how you have a lineup that has a Selena, a Farsa, a Roger, and how low the kill count is.
You should be so aggressive if you're Exa, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this might actually be the antithesis, the antithesis of what is written in the Book of Aether.
Interesting.
Again, Roger wins games, but we might have lost the translation of what that means in the long run. Right? The way that Doggy wrote it before, it might be this. It might be just playing the map.
Just play the map, get him some resources. You should be able to actually stay ahead of the curve. And maybe he was talking about that in the sense where they were the ones in goal.
I think this is the concept of deterrence coming in. If you're able to scare, so in the midst of NJ,
We have free maybe, but at this point we have free people at least, minimum of free items on the club before you fight. Got Demon Hunter Sword, Golden Staff, and you want to get an extra defensive item.
One more.
Athena's maybe, but at this point, I would love an item check. I want to see what 101 looks like for Renegade, who has Purify, by the way.
So they're holding on to the Hitman here, Renegade.
The powerful Farses that we've seen were Farses that were playing before 10 minutes. These were forces that can get Holy Crystals, get that Lightning Truncheon, those big ticket damage items. And that's not the case here.
Ooh, but as we say that, Chakno here gets hit by the way of the dragon. The tank falls on the side of Execration, and now they're looking for the punish, but instead they'll take what they can. Kelra clearing the waves, feathered airstrike. Mind you, it was 9:53. Yeah, and again, even if you don't get any kills, you're clearing the wave, you're pushing the advantage. No turrets, by the way, for NXP so far. The Execration's 5.
Oh man, I wouldn't have noticed that right away. But H2O playing with fire here.
He's
I was
fine.
close.
He's okay.
He's okay.
He has enough energy.
That's John Paul Salonga, man.
John Paul Salonga.
He's got it. He's got it on the bag. So anyway, for the meantime, again, we are looking at an item check, please. I want to see that. That's exactly what I want to see.
Yep, again, we are 5 seconds off of Lord. Another push. Actually, this time around, by NEXPLAY Esports, Renzio pushing James back. Here we go, the first time we've seen Execration do an Execration-like play. Bravest fighter out, James still survives.
That's true. That was what I was waiting for all game, and it took 11 minutes for us to get there.
They could have collapsed onto James, so what does this mean?
That means that NXP seem to have been farming up very well in the remainder that we have seen in this match so far.
Oh, but hold up, even Chakno finds one, Tyrant's Rage into the wall, but Yaoi still survives!
That's an excessive amount of resources to kill one person. That's how desperate Execration are for the kills right now. Because that kill will actually result to a Lord most likely with the resources that they already have.
Yeah, would have been a great conversion for Execration if they found it. But just the same, both teams have all players back on the map. Renzio split pushing up top. Kelra, again, this is the lane matchup that we started with in the early game. I think it's more of what kind of trades you can find. Right now, H2O picking up the endless battle. He's not exactly hungry. This is a lane that gets his buffs.
Pretty good.
Yeah, this is a lane that's doing all right. He has both orange and purple. And KLVJ starting up the Lord here already. Is this a smart plan? Rockhart, is this a good idea?
This is fine, actually. Right now, you see Renzio just taking so much attention while another fight is happening.
Oh, there's the feathered airstrike, putting Exor at about 1/5 of his health. And up top, Renzio baiting out no more ults. I think NXP has had it.
NXP's had it. They've used so many resources trying to get some of that health, but they do still have the ultimates up. But will this Lord be contested? Very likely. Here we go.
About the 3/4 down.
And they reset it again, just like earlier.
Yeah, no, it's a matter of discipline. And again, we talked about this. I mentioned it earlier. Whichever team adapts faster, whichever team understands the dynamic faster and sooner than the other, will get the leg up. And so far, we can't call it quite yet.
This is Execration completely changed, my friend. From what we've seen in the last few weeks, look at the amount of discipline they're showing.
Yeah. How sure their moves are, how much conviction. Even in retreating.
Exactly.
Yeah, because they know how important it is now.
They know how important one death is at this point will be. But they also have their eyes onto Renegade, but Yaoi.
Oop, gets caught by the bouncing ball. I think he does have a couple of dashes down, and just the same.
Courage Mask used up. That would have been a great tool later on for the Lord take, but that doesn't seem to be an issue. Renzio and the rest of Execration.
Oh no, feathered airstrike here by Kelra from the bush, from the back lines though. Etomax gets found out by James, and James, it's his turn to get attacked. Circling Eagle down. Renzio still alive. He's buying so much time here. He's surviving. Oh, James! Kelra gets the revenge kill with a flame shot from down south. And now KLVJ gonna be the next target. Blazing the way here by Renegade, the hitman. Gonna be going in for another feathered airstrike. And Kelra gets one pump, but just the same. NXP gets 1 for 2, plus a couple of pushes.
They overplayed what they were doing. Like Renzio split, then the rest of the team on the right. I mean, NXP's already seen that so many times in this game. They did not fall for it for the end.
Yep, a little too much. And right now, they're going to secure Lord. Yaoi going to be the target once more. Payback by KLVJ. The king is looking to reclaim his crown, and he's going to start with 1.
Obviously, want to maximize that damage output from Roger, and they're doing just that. Execration's Roger is not going to be an easy feat later on to defeat. especially for H2O and Yaoi. Now that we've seen that Chaknu's very aware of these Blazing Duets, we haven't seen a full Blazing Duet activated as of yet.
Not just yet, no. And this is a purify down, so Execration should know and have their internal timers. Again, game IQ unquestionable here for Execration. They've been in the league arguably since Season 1. We have seen the likes of Zapnu off of the backs of his old team, OBS, just take finals after finals, top 4 after top 4, and right here, right now, they just need to clutch this series to be able to make it into the playoffs. It's that close, it's that tight.
It really is that tight right now, and NXP knows it. I feel like they just are aware of the implications of these matches.
They can use it against him too.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, but Chaknu gets caught. Where the dragon? They collapse onto the Chak Mamba. And James buying some time. Chaknu might even survive. Feathered airstrike here by Kelra, pushing back a few members of NXP. But they're glad to take one. Renzio once more here going to play diversion. But I think NXP is not having any of this. Renegade going to be back up top and they reset.
I am so surprised that NXP, they had Chaknu planned all along. They were hunting for him.
And that's exactly why they let the Cupra through. But right now, Kelra may have found the perfect feathered airstrike, but H2O's not gonna be having it. Yaoi survives despite taking a few hits.
They've had in the previous match.
I'm wondering though, what about for Execration? They are still
Man.
up on turrets,
I
but
know.
what, team fight after team fight, maybe 3 engages so far, and they've lost.
They need to maximize Itomax right now. I feel like these arrows have been...
Get that stun.
Yeah, you gotta get that stun, man. I know your skin's not out yet, but you gotta get the stun in somehow in this matchup.
Gotta do it together, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right? Great song.
Exactly.
Great song, available on all streaming platforms right now.
Yes.
But yeah, at least we can say that KLVJ isn't locked in as hard.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to H2O, he's not doing as great, but we've seen worse Rogers. We've seen a Roger in worse actually try to fight back.
Oh man, this is scary, man. Look at that. Complete items almost for Renegade. Like one more item and he's good to go. The rest of the team for Execration are going to be in for a big one here as H2O seems to be picking off Renzio in the split push battle.
Yep, and Renzio, he's doing all right. Again, not much wrong you can do with a Uranus, except for when you actually get killed for free. And so far, Renzio sitting at a 0, 2, and 3. He's been earning his keep. Right now, he's going 1v1 with
man.
H2O, and H2O is buying it.
What is this?
I think H2O understands that this is an okay situation to be in, unless... Oh!
That was a weird flicker, but he did it anyway.
They get the Chak Mamba still. There's Renegade! But they take out Yaoi in first. Down goes Etomax. KLVJ running for his life. It's a 2-for-1 so far. And KLVJ is going to get flickered into... Oh! Outplayed by the King! Outplayed by the King! But they do not get a kill in exchange though yet. KLVJ survives. They take out Extort. 2-for-2 is the exchange. Rock hard.
This is way too close.
Again, at some point it comes down to mechanics.
It does. You saw it right there under the turret. Playing around the aggression that would have been offered when you see a low target. Yeah, you gotta go for it, right? But no, I mean, it was all part of the plan. It was a trap.
Yo, if this is the kind of Roger play we can expect, then maybe win rates, or at least visually speaking, when it comes down to the game feel, there might be something else to this Roger. Second time now, if I'm not mistaken, that KLVJ has escaped from sure death.
Yeah, in out of nowhere, situations where, yeah, these guys going to be toast no matter what. Miracles just happen, even with plays like Yaoi has been doing on that show, which has been actually quite amazing in this game.
Yeah. Again, KLVJ can never count out this 2-time MPL Philippines champion. Despite being on the back foot, at least when it comes to engagements, Execration, they are keeping the lead. But, oh no, it's shrunk now. It's shrunk now, Rockhard. Look at this, about 800 gold left between these two teams.
That's right. Again, Renegade is full items, but can't really get into a fighting mode. He can't get into a good stance where he can pull off all of his skills.
Nothing's free.
Absolutely, because of Execration's control here. But again, how long can this control keep up?
As it is, the clock is ticking. There's more damage coming in from James, more damage coming in from from H2O. And oh, is this a choke we're seeing from EXECRATION starting off the purple? And it is indeed stolen. Now the Chop Mamba gonna go away and say, you know what, mission accomplished. H2O doesn't have his purple at all. He gets cut out. The stun plus the feathered airstrike taken down. H2O, a purify here by the Claude, but there you go, pop it off. The Blazing Duet gets stunned, gets destroyed by KLVJ. Currently a 3-4-1. EXECRATION going for the turnaround. They're gonna be happy to take this. This is a free Lord.
Huge advantage there from EXECRATION. And what was that? That was an uncharacteristic H2O getting picked off before the team fight even starts.
Well, Rockhart, you were looking for Etomax to do something, and here's that something.
He did. He really did. Man, that was MVP shot material.
Yeah, I mean, for
free.
Yeah, for the past 20 minutes, oh my lord. For the
My
past
lord.
20 minutes, by the way, Luminous coming in at ya, scaled up for a 20-minute game. You were looking for an arrow. You were looking for that one arrow, and this is
Yeah.
the one that mattered.
I mean, it was just out of nowhere. Even I didn't see it through the thick wall, much less H2O, who was busy scouring the map.
Yeah, it's just we knew and we found out by looking at the link. He's not doing anything. That's it. He got hit.
He got hit, but we didn't see that the arrow was traversing through the terrain. And that was actually an amazing shot there. EXECRATION are going to have to capitalize on this Lord, though, because if they can, the scaling is just so much better on NXP.
EXECRATION, they have to do it right now. This is their window. Again, they are more a mid-game lineup, but just the same, they can't throw this shot away. This is going to be a push down mid. Damn, all synchronized pushes. We need to win this right here, right now. Kelra goes in for the feathered airstrike. Yawi looking low. Pops his immortality. In goes James. He might regret this. They're going to be underneath the turret. Lord smacks away at it. Etomax gets the final blow. Blazing Duet by Renegade. Baka Renegade to. Baka Renegade to. He's going to go ahead and push people back. Taking down one. And that's going to be another. Still no death so far. Immortalities have been popped just yet. 22 minutes in, they cannot afford a single death. We want to afford TikTok death timers.
Oh,
and right now, James and Yawi going for another from the back line. Yawi, oh, he's going to go down. Etomax survives. Kelra taken out by Renegade says, finally, it's a 1-4-1.
Yeah, we took someone out. That didn't feel like a 1-for-1, to be honest.
No, it took so long, but
it looked
again,
so long.
it still paid off.
It did, and that is the whole base of NXP going down. EXECRATION on the back foot. Sorry, NXP on the back foot rather, with EXECRATION just pushing everywhere that needs to be pushed. They don't even care about winning the team fights anymore. They just want to be able to push.
Yep, and so far, if I'm not mistaken, that's all lanes pushed in for NXP. EXECRATION, an amazing recovery. They have, once more, built a gap between them in terms of gold, about 5,000 now. We're going to go for another engage, 20 seconds before Kelra comes in. Not a smart move here. Yawi also down, maybe 15 seconds away, but just the same, the map is very red.
Yeah, exactly. Again, this is what EXECRATION has been planning. They have been planning for the macro game in this matchup, and everything is being ticked. I mean, their main goal was to minimize casualties, which has been coming true.
Yeah.
They have not been losing that many deaths. Even Stevens on a team, against a team like NXP, who has a Cho, should get more kills, who has a Claude that's fed, H2O, who's fed. This is not what's supposed to be happening.
Yeah.
But they are planning it out so far very, very well.
This explains the silence of social media. Both teams have been preparing for this moment, and again, in silent meditation, they were preparing themselves for the next level. This is what EXECRATION versus NXP has come to. This is a rematch that we've all been waiting for, and it now comes down to who is willing to step it up. And so far, NXP, they showed us in the early to mid game, we've got new stuff. But EXECRATION, they've got plans on plans.
Yep. It's no longer that, okay, let's go team fight, whoever comes out on top is the victor.
Yeah.
It's not that way anymore. And now NXP is going to have to play around that with Renzio on the split push duties here. on the Urain.
And they're making the most of the diversion Renzio is playing out. James right in the middle, gonna go ahead and dive Kelra. Down goes Renzio so far. Execration, they're backing out. Rockhard, this is not looking good. That's 2 for none so far. Chaknu still has the bouncing ball, still has the immortality. Might be a good idea here for NXP to watch out from the back lines. The King versus H2O, and Kel DJ might not survive. Down he goes.
That's the outplay, and NXP have an opening for the Lord. This is huge. They could actually go for the push. 50 seconds, 65 seconds on KLVJ. That is a long death time.
How much for the Lord? Free 99, says the Land of Dawn. NXP, you get a Lord. Execration, you get a Lord. But this last one is going to be for NXP. And I'm looking, Rockhard, at this to be a recovery for NXP. Right now, it's more for them to reclaim the map, but I doubt that they can finish.
This is unlikely. The reclaiming here is almost impossible because of the minion wave placement here. For the replay here, we will see that Renzio was doing the usual, as we said earlier. But then again, the pickups happened way too fast. Did not expect Renzio to go down so quickly.
Yeah, might have been a little too much for them to do that. And again, so soon. This instant replay is brought to you by Oppo A9 for Live Life at full speed. And here, you see Chaknu getting away.
Yeah.
I guess that was just collateral damage. That could have been something that NXP didn't need. What they really need was the Lord. They needed to enhance their minions. They needed to have this Lord in Luminous, enhanced via scaling, march down, and eventually put a dent on Execration's advantage so far. Now, actually gone. It's NXP now up by about 2,000.
Yeah, that's just how you do it at that point. By the way, big credits to James for that one. He was actually the one who caught 2 people by surprise with the Bravest Fighter Flicker combo. And that allowed NXP to really capitalize off that play.
Yep, and now they can count this out. Kelra has no feathered airstrike, so no way to clear the waves, at least for the next couple of team fights, or at least the next few seconds. That's going to be the bottom punctured, penetrated, taken out. Up top, it's Renzio still playing diversion. Here you can see that at least even in this late game situation, the Uranus is still doing his job. But Rocket, I have a question for you. Sans barring another 3-second stun on H2O, what can we expect from Etomax? Because right now he seems a little lost.
That's the thing, Etomax is not going to be able to make as much impact. Chaknu's going to be the one to call this.
Yup, and right now Renzio looking at about 1/4 of his health, maybe a 5th. Kelra once more with a better airstrike. Renzio looking low. There's the Tempest of Blades out by Renzio. And now, hold up, by H2O. I'm sorry. Yaoi taken out just like that, but they're already in the base. Down goes Kelra. Exort gets a kill. Renzio, he's still standing. That's going to be the King looking for 1, looking for 2. Down goes the Matilda, and they are able to defend.
This is so confusing. I thought there would have been 2 down already for Execration, but they are using the power of friendship to stick together and basically juggle the damage that's coming in from NXP, because without the Blazing Duet, it's a lot of single target damage.
That and Renzio. He just refuses to fall.
Does refuse to fall,
Despite the scaling on the side of NXP. Say what you will about a fully kitted out Lapu Lapu. Say what you will about Renegade, the Hitman. It's still a Uranus. It's still on Renzio to tank all this damage and play the role of diversion so that the rest of Execration can make a play. And right now, their play is to reclaim the map. Still, a finish not in sight.
No, I don't think so. I feel it's so funny because the camera just went to the bases. Like, all right, this is one of those rare times where both bases are just alone.
Empty.
Empty bases right there. Literally just the middle surviving for both of these teams. And now, everyone is on the knife's edge, man.
Everyone, even the fans. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands up. Give your energy out to your team. NEXPLAY Esports, Execration, they need your support. 20 seconds off to the next Lord. NXP has 2. Execration has had 1. If they even this out, Rockhart, it might actually be the end. There's a little better wave clear from Execration off of Kelra alone. So if they're able to make a team fight or make a play, if I'm not mistaken, they're just able to regain a part of the map and then go from there and then the other team just comes back
Go
online.
right back onto the
Yeah.
fight.
Right here, this might be the last Lord. It's gotta be.
Gotta be,
It's
right?
gotta be.
Impossible that we get another Lord after this.
Yeah, we're approaching the 30-minute mark here.
Almost.
29 to 30. This buff, I think Execration is looking to clear it out. H2O wants it. Renzio gonna play diversion.
Yep, and I think this should be close here with one pickoff, meaning probably 90 seconds. I don't know, minimum for me.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Uh,
I want to see that.
We have seen longer games. I believe Workoster Force versus Onyx Philippines played up to the 36-minute mark, and that was pretty long. But hold up, let's see. Who can Yawi find? Exort just cooking up the Circling Eagle. Again, ults are of the essence here, Rockhard.
Maximum essence, actually.
Maximum efficiency.
If you see those greens not popping off, that's the go signal.
Yeah.
Right? No green means go.
No green, no go.
Yeah, no green, no go
No
here.
go. No green.
Especially with
no go.
Lords right now.
And right here, Hetomax doesn't have one. Again, this is a Selena. It's off of Kelra. We're waiting for this feather
94
airstrike.
seconds.
Down goes Exort. This is going to be key. This is going to be massive, significant. But it looks like NXP, they're looking to go for the steal.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, the reset,
The
of course.
reset, yeah. That's what you want as NXP. You don't want to go for the kill right away, even though it looks
Oh,
like...
like a thief in the
Oh
night. He
my
gets stunned. Immortality down. Hetomax, ever the X
You
Factor.
beast, you! Entomax, what was that?
He smelt it and he dealt it. H2O, I know you're there. I know you're there, and he gets him. This is going to be a game changer. This
That's
might
it.
actually be pivotal. There's no way. 3 of them defending against all 5 of Execration.
Failed
Let's see.
Tyrant's Rage, but does it matter?
Let's see. This is Yawi having recalled back. They're going for the defense of a lifetime here. 40 seconds. Nay, 60 off of
60.
H2O.
Oh
And
my god.
this is the safer move, Rockhart. Go for the Lord.
Just go for the Lord at this point. Do you want to push it? Because there is Renegade, who is full items for like so long already. And we will see that Execration going for the smart play. Go for the Lord. Not push anything too hard.
Oh, James looking to pull off a miracle steal. Yawi with the feathered airstrike. I'm sorry, with the way of the dragon. Kelra popping the feathered airstrike. Now KLVJ, the king, smells blood. They want James. They want to find him. Renegade, he doesn't have a blazing duet. James gets hit by a flame shot and an abyssal arrow from Etomax.
Man.
Down he goes. An exclamation point to this Lord take. And now, they're going to recenter. They're going to recenter. They know that Exort is back. H2O, 15 seconds away. James out for, as you said, a minute and a half. They have to synchronize the lanes.
100 seconds. Seriously, for James, that is like... That's just time for Execration to go ahead and clear up the bottom side. Let the top side flow. And again, mid lane should be an easy take for them now. But it is only a 4v5. Miracles can still happen here.
Rockhart,
Jay's on the map.
I spot with my little eye some adjustments from NXP. But we'll talk about that maybe later. Nice catch here by Yawi. Winter Truncheon to stop it. They survive. Down goes Kelra, though not without taking down H2O. The trades are abound. This might be the final fight between these two titans. And that's going to be the Lord whacking away. KLVJ, he still smells blood. Low HP bars all aboard. Exort, he's going to be the last member left here alongside Renegade. Execration gonna go for the finish. This winning moment is brought to you by Oppo A94. Live life at full speed. Rockhart, first game taken by Execration.
That is a huge advantage for Execration, and I really am impressed by how different Execration feels